I'm just gonna do like a little tips on breastfeeding, especially for the first time moms who are trying to breastfeed. These tips would be really good and helpful. I breastfed my second for a month, and then my PPD kind of just took over. So yeah, just from like that month I had learned a lot, and also tried to breastfeed with my oldest. That, once again, that one didn't work out either, but hey, I just wanted to share my little tips with you guys, and hopefully it helps you guys, especially the first time moms. But anyway, so let's getting to the tips. Alright, so tip number 1 would be don't get overwhelmed. Don't think that don't think that your baby's not good enough in the beginning, especially when you're doing it at the hospital or the birthing center or wherever you're going to give birth at. The baby don't really need a lot, and your milk is probably not in by now. It can take I heard up to a few days or a week for your milk to come on in. But yeah, your baby will not really need a lot in the beginning. Its belly is super small right now, so just the colostrum that you're giving them, which is the liquid gold, what you're giving them is good enough. It really helps get their bodies, good, their immune systems, it boosts up their immune systems and everything. So yeah, so don't think that you're not getting enough you're not producing enough for your baby. Tip number 2, your baby will nurse a lot, especially in the beginning, but don't get overwhelmed. Just know that what you're doing is really well, and keep on pushing through. You can do this. Tip number 3, your boobs and nipples will probably hurt, especially if the baby had latched wrong and you don't know. So don't think that since your nipples are bleeding or cracked that it's the end of the world, or you're not gonna do it. No, you can do it. Just get nipple cream. They have tons of them. The ones that the hospital gives you are really good. So just put the cream on, and if you notice that one side's hurting but one's not, try to nurse on the other side to get your nipple some time and air and everything. And if you want to go, if you're really hurting and you feel like you can't take it no more, you can ask the hospital for what they call a nipple shield. I used that with my daughter, and for a while with my son. It helped to get my nipples all, it helped them go back to where they weren't so cracked anymore. But yeah, so yeah, there's that. So 4, if you feel like your baby is nursing a lot, they're always on the boob, that's called cluster feeding. That will happen. Don't feel like you're not giving them enough, that they're just gonna keep eating. No, it's called cluster feeding. It's really normal. Tip number 5, if you decide to pump and say that you're not getting enough, don't go on the pump, or don't go off what you're making off the pump. Sometimes women don't respond to a pump like they should, different. Women are different. I didn't really I responded to a pump in the beginning really well, but then when when we were really breastfeeding a lot, and then I would just try to pump to get him used to a bottle, I noticed my supply was low. No, it was just because my body wasn't really responding to a pump. That's normal. If you notice you don't respond to an electric pump, you can try a manual one if you really want to pump and see how it goes. But if you don't really respond to them, don't get down, don't beat yourself up. It's normal. Just know your baby is getting the right kind of amount of milk you need. So tip number 6, when your milk finally does come in, and you just know that just by putting the baby on your boob that your milk will soon equal out to what the baby needs because it's responding to the baby. So if you pump or if you feed, you know, as your milk is like really flowing and you feel like it's too much in the beginning, that can happen, but just know like when you guys continue to breastfeed that your milk will, you know, eventually be enough for your baby at each feeding. Tip number 7, sometimes people will be like, you know, oh, do formula, or oh, your baby's not getting enough, do this. If you really don't, if you just want to stick to breastfeeding, stick to it. You know, just try your hardest not to give up. I formula fed both kids after breastfeeding, and there's nothing wrong with formula. I'm not bashing that at all because I'm not formula. But just know, like, if you truly don't want to do that, you don't have to. You can continue to breastfeed. You know, just stick to what you want to do and what you think, you know, is best. Tip number 8, you can get your baby used to bottle, especially if you're, you know, especially if you're going back to work after 6 weeks. But just know if like the baby responds to the bottle a little bit better than your nipple. They're a little nipple confused. It's normal. You can try your hardest to, you know, give them the boob to get them used to your nipple. So if that happens, don't get discouraged about that either. So yeah, that's what I learned. Also, tip number 9 about breastfeeding is it can be a very stressful and long journey. If you happen to go all the way up to a year and you feel like you want to continue, you can do that. You know, don't let other people shame you. Don't let them try to ruin the journey at all. Oh, he or she is too young or too old for the boob. Like a year old, some people will try to do that. So just, you know, keep doing that. Tip number 10, stay hydrated and eat. You know, try to eat healthy and stay hydrated also. If you notice like you're not really eating a lot as much as you used to, that's fine. Just try to snack here and there, because you know, the more you snack or eat, it's better for your your milk production. Drink water like crazy, that helps too. And stay hydrated. If anything, like if you get stressed about something, you notice your supply is low, that could be because of stress. So don't think that you're drying up. It's because of your stress, or your diets can do it. But stay hydrated, please. Stay hydrated and don't go without a meal. Even if you have to meal plan and set out different meals for you to snack on or whatever during the day, please do that. And then what I like to do is I like to fill up like a gallon of water and just drink what I can. If you find that getting like a water container is better for you because you'll reach for it more, do that. Also, don't feel ashamed to feed your child in public. You will get stares. I covered up with mine. I know some people don't, but just don't feel like you have to feed in the restroom, or you have to feed in the car, or you have to feed, you know, just with no one around. Don't feel like that. You know, whenever your baby is hungry, I used to just put a cover on and feed my kid. And if someone had a problem, I'd be like, oh, did you wait so many hours after you was hungry to eat? Or did you eat in the bathroom? No? Okay, well, my kid's not. But yeah, don't feel like you have to hide to breastfeed, because you're doing what you can for your child to get hungry, and some people can't pump for a bottle to go out, and if you feel like, you know, you have to supplement, that's okay. too. I supplemented for a while with my son because I felt like I wasn't getting enough, and I was going through a bunch of depression, hence postpartum depression. I was going through a lot, and it was like really affecting my supply, but I didn't know that, so I would supplement. That's okay too. And oh yeah, another tip, don't forget to, or don't be afraid to reach out to like your consultant or help at all. If you feel like you need help with it, don't be afraid to ask for it, rather that be your consultant or doctor, or look it up. I would go with your consultant to, help you. Don't be afraid to reach out for help either. But anyway, yeah, that's all the tips that I have learned from my short breastfeeding journey. And yeah, I hope you found these really helpful. And just know, keep pushing on. You can do this. It can be hard, especially when your baby is up every 2 or 3 hours in the night wanting to constantly be on your boob. Like I said, that's totally fine. Sometimes babies will even use you as like a pacifier. That's fine too. It's like their comfort zone. So yeah. Oh, and another one. I'm just keep thinking of these. I need to write these down before I start again. Skin to skin really helps your milk flow come in, or really helps your milk flow. Skin to skin and just bonding with your baby is really nice too. Breastfeeding or not, bonding after your baby is really nice, and it really helps with everything. Like I said, that's for breastfeeding or not breastfeeding, formula feeding, bonding with your child and skin to skin. Kangaroo time is really, really important. So yeah. But anyway, I really hope you found these helpful, and like this video, and please subscribe below for future videos. And if you want to follow me on social media, I will link that below as well. So yeah, have a nice day wherever you are, and see you in my next video. Bye.